Choosing how to celebrate someone's life after death is a big decision, and this space is giving people one more avenue that's both more natural and more sustainable.
Better Place Forests is a sustainable alternative to cemeteries, where instead of a grave and a tombstone where you bury someone you love's body, you have a family tree, and that's where you spread the ashes of your family.
This is Sandy Gibson's vision, a more natural place to visit the people you love.
When I was 10 years old, my father died of an unexpected stroke, and a year later, my mother lost a 6-year battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I spent most of my life going back to their grave, and it was just never a beautiful place.
Which led to the creation of this space, where trees are marked with number tags and ribbons for families to choose from. Their loved ones' ashes are placed in the soil near the tree after a customized ceremony. It's a process Sonia Bedford went through in 2018.
Weeks, months, when he was on hospice, it became evident that we needed to decide something.
Her husband had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
He immediately thought it was a great idea because it's where the redwoods meet the ocean. So both places that we really loved together. After cremation, who wants to sit around with ashes on a shelf? You know, certainly not me or John.
Sonia held a small ceremony for John, and his ashes were mixed into the soil in the ground.
I like to say the forest can really hold a lot. It can hold grief and sadness. And we recently had a family member say that they just kind of gave it to the forest. They can leave it here. It's transformed through the cycles of life, and they can leave the forest feeling more at peace.
Industry leaders say the idea of choosing alternative burial methods is growing.
An ongoing trend that's been continuing, recent last 5 years, but going back probably 40, is the increase in cremation.
And with more awareness about sustainability, more natural options like placing ashes in the ground have gained traction.
Ashes or cremated remains are essentially the small bone fragments that are left over after cremation. When you mix them with soil, and the water in the soil and the natural bacteria in the soil have time to break those ashes down, they become the nutrients that are part of the forest floor that nourish the trees.
Giving back to nature at a price much less than a traditional burial.
Depending on what city you're in, often if it's a funeral and a burial, you're looking at $15,000 or more per person. Our trees start as low as $3,900.
From here in California to Massachusetts, Illinois, and Arizona, Better Place Forests is expanding their locations to let people pick their ideal final resting place.
All of our lives are a story. And in most stories, you remember the ending first. It's the most important part of the story. And I think this gives us a chance to write our own ending and to choose something that speaks to us and is beautiful to us.
With photojournalist Louis Ramirez, I'm Chloe Nordquist reporting.